Hi guys, part 2. I'm really frustrated with technology lately. I'm highly disappointed with the tech giants of the world and leaders in technological advancement, which in my opinion, technology has gotten slower over these last 30 years. I use the microphone on my cell phone's keyboard a lot because different reasons. I'm blind as freaking bad at carpal tunnel and just different things. And it's faster to just say what you gotta say, you know? And when it misspells a word, I always get pissed off because I gotta erase it, go back, da, da, da. So it becomes more of a hassle than a help, right? And I'm like, Lugal, you are freaking illiterate, dude. And just talk shit to Google and stuff. Anyways, all right. I'm highly super nervous, okay? Welcome back to part 2. No, welcome back to the video. This is part 2. Which, let me just FYI here, I found a bunch of people online through my own hours and hours of research that I have done on Morgellons, nematodes, black flies, bot flies, smart dust, nanobots, mold mites, fungal gnats. There are so many different possibilities as to what this could be. But since I researched them all, I found that they all seem to have these common threads, which keep them connected, if not, like very, very similar in attributes and things. So, all right, that was just a little side note before I forget, because Rain Man will in one ear, out the other. So, I was telling you that the dermatologist that I went to see, which was my 4th visit to see a doctor, 3 emergency room visits, 1 dermatologist visit last month, finally, when some of the doctors started opening their doors to their patients again during this CoronaCon. So, I was so excited, got in, and she was confrontational. She had some kind of what I sensed based upon her very telling body language, her irritation based on the expression on her face, and the confrontation is as she decided to tell me that I did not have any kind of insect bug on me. United States military, Space Force, which Mark will run. What? Well, destroy space as he has seen. Are you still upset about the button covers? $1,000 for a plastic button cover? That's insane. Shut up. Well, after she told me, I'm sorry, I'm just replaying this scene in my head again, and I have to breathe because it really makes me angry. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to put on a little background music because, as most of you know, I'm temporarily staying somewhere, and I don't want everyone in the world privy to my issues. my psychosocial issues. Slipknot corn. Anyways, so this dermatologist takes a step towards me as she says, "You don't have a bug on you." And I literally, on purpose, I was really not afraid of her. But I was curious as to the state of her mental faculties at the time. Doctors don't normally confront their patients as they tell their patients a lie. The reason I say a lie is because she could not have drawn that conclusion. Because she did not perform one diagnostic test. She didn't even take a pencil eraser and part my hair to look, like teachers do in schools when they look for lice on kids' heads. Nothing. And then, da da da, she says, "Oh, you think you have Morgellon's disease?" And I thought, and here we go again. Yes, 'cause I've got time to waste. Like all of you. I'd like to get back to living my life, if that's okay. Obviously not. Apparently not, but, thought I'd ask. May I? Yeah, okay. So, anyways, I looked at her and I said, "You don't have to say anything more." And I kept my voice very calm. I wasn't confrontational. I was seated, as was she at this point, across the room. I felt like Rosa Parks on the back of the bus, being avoided with the plague. I've thought this so many times. Because it doesn't make sense that someone in this day and age, especially a United States citizen, white, American, middle-aged mother who is also disabled, homeless, and has nothing after domestic issues, and so on. There's no reason, no excuse for, and no justification for why I am 1 year later in a similar position, painfully worse. And no one is advocating, no one is serving, no one is healing, no one is rescuing, no one is providing, no one is caring for, no one is assisting, no one is supporting, no one is helping. But a hell of a lot of ignoring and judging and labeling. So here we are, almost a year. No answer. I go to my primary care physician to finally see my own personal doctor in 1 hour and 45 minutes from now. August 6th, 2020. This has been every day of my life. No, every day of my existence, because this ain't living. Almost a year. Day in, day out, night after night, sleepless nights. Exhausted beyond. Trying, seeking, walking, itching, scrubbing, cleaning, vacuuming, crying, screaming, asking, pleading, begging, collecting. So, here is the culmination. Everyone ready for this? Those who have a weak stomach, I apologize. You may want to close your eyes. Parents, this is up to you if you wish your child to see this or not. So on top of all and everything and being screwed over in the meantime by your landlord shutting your water off on you, illegal, during a pandemic because you can't afford your utility bill payment. Call the Housing Authority of the United States government here in Carbon County, Pennsylvania. And the manager repeats 3 times in a very patronizing, raised voice tone. Well, did you pay your utility bill? Well, did you pay your utility bill? Well, did you... I'm pleading. It's illegal, ma'am. It's illegal. And every time that's what I was hit back. You can't do that. Or I should say, she can't do that. But she did. So what should I do about that? Because still no second inspection has been done. The initial inspection was done prior to me moving in. And it was marked passed. Yet in my basement was a creepy fur jungle. And the slimy, squiggly, crawly. Oh, and as of 2 weeks ago, winged. Because after they hatch, you see pew flying out. Pew, pew, pew. And you can tell when one's burrowed in there. Because, say here, my hair is what? 2 millimeters long? These hairs will stick out this length. But they weren't there that morning. And they're all sticking out of this, nasty rat's nest. And you gotta comb it out, and it's in a spiral. This thing made a trail of a never-ending labyrinth of a spiral. And when you finally get to the galactic center of that spiral, because it takes light years, never-ending spiral. Then this thing loosens. I feel my scalp loosen, like it's been taut and tight, like I had a braid that was really tight, or when your pet has mats in the fur and it pulls the skin and makes it itchy, and then when it releases, it's like, I can breathe. And I get that little feeling, and I'm like, oh, great, one's going to fly out. And I'm watching in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, please don't fly in my face, please. But I got to get it out, because I'm that close at that point. So there's nothing I can do. I never get a choice. I never get a fair choice in this life. I get to choose between whatever options are left. Not fair. So anyways, yeah, 2 weeks ago. Little gray, tan, dark gray, tiny gnats. I don't think I ever in my life, and I have scars to prove it, that I've tried to get out of this place in the past. I've tried to exit this game. But I haven't been looking for death for quite some time now. After I took my health care into my own hands and away from the quacks who nearly killed me with psychiatric medications. Anyways, that's a different video, different time, different day. So she tells me that Morgellons does not exist, and that altogether now, maybe you should see a therapist for counseling. I stood up, I didn't say a word, and I said, so are you writing me the prescription for the Elamite cream? And she said, yes. I said, that's all I need. Thank you. Have a great day. Real sarcastic. It was ignorant. Nobody got up. Let's just say that. I walked out. I stormed out of the exam room after that display of idiocy, because I'm the one that had to verbalize the terminology delusional parasitosis. She didn't know. The specialist, the dermatologist, did not know what this now very famous unseen condition is all about. She didn't know. Not a dermatologist. Agent. Whoever wants to jump on here and debate me, or argue with me, or try to prove me wrong, or just be a nasty bully, try to stir the pot, you know? Well, first of all, you have not stepped foot in my shoes or walked one day my journey in this 43-year-long existence that I've had on this beautiful planet, who has been so utterly destroyed in the 4 decades I've been here by some selfish beings on this planet. So, here's what I will say. Should anyone choose to come at me, so to speak, please be warned I'm not a fool. I am not uneducated. I am not a nothing or a no one. I am not faceless, nameless, useless. Albeit homeless. I will not tolerate any hatred, cruelty, abuse, or bullying, threatening, or derogatory behavior on this channel. 0 point. So I forewarn anyone who wants to step about this or anything else I speak about on my channel, as it is my personal experience, my truth, my existence, my everything, research, my studying about it, my knowledge about things, my wisdom, my abilities, my disorders. Anybody feel like taking a trip down a rabbit hole or two? I'll be your companion and your guide. I will ensure your safety, and I will guarantee higher knowledge and a deeper understanding of yourself once complete. Evolution of the soul is the reward. So for anyone who is interested, I'd be happy to volunteer my time and take you through to learn. All right, now back to this because I want to get this shit over with. And I got only a couple minutes left before it. Storage is low. No, I don't hate technology. Most of it, but not all of it. I hate freaking cell phones. That was the final nail in the coffin, if you ask me. Difference between living and dying, or living and being killed. All right, guys, so I'm 43. I take pretty good care of myself, other than a tobacco habit that I'm currently trying to kick after a 27 year long history with it. I have kicked many substances, behaviors, addictions, things like that, codependencies, whatever. I'm a conqueror. I'm a survivor. I'm a victor, not a victim. I have been victimized. But I don't want one drop of sympathy or pity. Empathy's cool. But please, please, you would hurt my feelings if you feel sorry for me. No one should feel sorry for me. They should be thankful they crossed paths. Because when you cross paths with me, it comes with a little blessing. But it's a surprise and a secret, so I can't tell you, but no complaints thus far. You ready, guys? You ready to see this? Ooh, Lord. I'm going to take a puff of my medical marijuana. I do have a valid prescription. This is my medication for anxiety and nerves as well as PTSD. As well as physical and neurological pain that I suffer.
COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. The Ultimate Home Championship. Watch now.
The COVID-19
on YouTube.
Robbery Fund. The masks and the mask nuts. I'm on the team mask nuts. I do my own research and I do it thoroughly. And I'm involved in, have been for many years of my life, in different research into history and the medical field as well as science and art and ancient times and all these things. So, I'm not an amateur. I'm not a beginner. I am not new to this. All things regarding study, all things regarding higher learning, all things regarding higher knowledge, all things regarding wisdom, which is divine, all things academia has been my passion and driving force. I wish that it could be that way. And that I would have authority and ownership and rights and responsibilities in my own realm. Which is protected and shielded from any interference or compromise, and will always maintain full integrity. And authority and rights to its operating system. I choose to walk in the light of truth and to be an expression of love in all that I am. In doing this, I am following divine will and will be supported by the universe. In each and every step I take and make as I move forward in pursuit of attaining and achieving my goals and dreams, wishes, hopes, desires, and answers to all my prayers. I have been so blessed been able to share in this experience in the ways that I have. Maybe the t-shirt, I was here, for when I time travel and come back from the future. But not in a DeLorean. I think the model we'll use for this one, I'm going to go in style. So, how about a Bentley? Yeah. Make it a Bentley. All right. Da-da-da-da. I may cry. And then I'm signing off. Oh, God, I fucking hate this. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, go. Ooh. Can you see that? The lines? Railroad track marks and little tiny ballpoint